Now let us continue with the remaining portion of the poem Night Mail by W.H.Auden. So last day we had discussed about the night mail carrying different sorts of letters for different kinds of people from one place to another, traveling throughout night, and it has reached the highland area of Scotland. Now furthermore, letters of thanks, letters for banks, letters of thanks, letters from banks. In this stanza we are going to discuss that which kinds of letter night mail is carrying. There are letters of thanks. Letters of thanks means somebody is expressing his gratitude, and so he is sending his written thanks to the other person. Letters from banks. There are also letters from the banks. You are a customer and you are being sent letters from banks. So the bank manager is expressing his thank you. Thank you for opening the account. Thank you for the transaction. Okay. Thank you for the fixed deposit you have done with our bank. So for any matter, maybe the bank sends letter. Letters of joy from the girl and the boy. Now in the first line we saw the contrasting ideas. Letters of thanks and letter from banks. Letter from banks, how it is contrasting? कैसे ये विपरीत है अपने feelings में? So letters from the banks has no emotions, but the letters of thanks has an emotion of gratitude. Similarly, letters of joy from girls and the boy. Letters of joy means the feeling of love and affection, romance. A boy and girl in their youth, they express their love through letters. In those days, there was no digital communication, and so they had to depend on letters only. They expressed their hearts to the person on the other side, to the beloved, only through letters. So letters of joy, that letter, love letter has been called here the joyous letter, Anand Bhara letter, from the girl and the boy. The girl will send to the boy and boy will send to the girl. Receipted bills. The night mail is also carrying receipted bills. Receipted bills means the bills which have a stamp on it showing that the payment has been done. Receipted bill. And the letters of invitation. Somebody is sending with warm welcome to the other person on the other side an invitation letter. So night mail is also carrying invitation letters. To inspect new stock or visit relations. There are also letters which has the notification for the inspection of new stocks or visit relations. Visit relations means suppose I have opened a company and I am proposing you for a partnership. In that case, I will send you a letter that come to our factory or to our godown and check our stocks. So that is a sort of official visit in order to maintain an official relationship, a business relationship. स्टॉक मतलब ढेर, हमारा कितना गोडाउन में रखा हुआ है माल, आओ आके चेक कर लो, हमारे साथ पार्टनरशिप करना है तो, बिजनेस करना है. So here stocks means supply of product. So as I am the owner of the company, I will send a proposal to my partner or to my would-be partner that come to my company, to my godown, factory, and check the stock, that how much supply I have. So that kind of letter is also carried by night mail. And applications for situations. It also carries the letters for situations. Application for situations. Situations means vacancy. नौकरी की जो जगह खाली होती है ना, उसको बोलते हैं सिचुएशन. तो नौकरी के लिए कोई वैकेंसी जब खाली होता है तो गवर्नमेंट नोटिफिकेशन देता है न्यूज़पेपर में कि इस जगह पे इतने इतने पोस्ट खाली हैं. तो अब मान लो कि जो कैंडिडेट्स हैं, इफ़ दे आर इंटरेस्टेड इन दोज पोस्ट्स, सो दे विल सेंड द लेटर दैट आई एम इंटरेस्टेड. तो उनको कॉल लेटर्स जाएगा. ऐसे लेटर्स भी ये कैरी करती है. एंड टीमिड लवर्स डिक्लेरेशंस. The night mail also carries letters of timid lovers. Letters means here declarations. Declaration को यहाँ बोला गया है letters. जो timid lovers होता है, timid lovers मतलब डरपोक प्रेमी. एक ऐसा प्रेमी जिसको अपना प्रेम का इजहार करना नहीं आ रहा है, one who does not know how to express his love towards his beloved. तो वो बहुत डरता है, एक्सप्रेस नहीं कर पाता है आई लव यू बोलने में या एक्सप्रेशन करने में, तो चिट्ठी में लिख के भेज दे रहा है, ऐसा लेटर भी ले जा रहा है. एंड ऑफ कोर्स गॉसिप फ्रॉम ऑल द नेशंस, गॉसिप वाला लेटर भी ले जा रहा है ये नाइट मेल. गॉसिप वाला लेटर क्या होता है, तो वो लेटर जो जिसके अंदर बहुत सारी बातचीत होती हैं, तरह तरह की बातें, ठीक है, देश दुनिया की बातें, समाज की बातें, ऐसे ही चर्चाओं वाले लेटर्स भी ले जा रहा है. न्यूज़ circumstantial. News circumstantial means the additional news related to the main news. That is called circumstantial news. For example, तुम्हारा रिजल्ट आया है, ये मैंने न्यूज़ दिया क्लास के बच्चों को, ठीक है, इसमें एक बच्चे का रिजल्ट आया है, ठीक. और सर्कमस्टेंशियल न्यूज़ क्या होगा कि हम बोलेंगे कि उस रिजल्ट में वो इंग्लिश में इतना मार्क्स पाया है, हिंदी में इतना मार्क्स पाया है, उससे रिलेटेड, ठीक है ना. या फिर ये बोलेंगे कि वो अपने क्लास में 5th पोजीशन पे आया है, 10th पे आया है या फर्स्ट आया है, ये हो गया सर्कमस्टेंशियल. न्यूज़ फिनेंशियल, एंड फिनेंशियल लेटर्स भी लेके आता है. न्यूज़ रिलेटेड टू फिनेंस. फिनेंस क्या मतलब, अर्थव्यवस्था, मतलब देश का जो आर्थिक व्यवस्था है उससे रिलेटेड अगर कोई न्यूज़ है तो वो भी वो नाइट मेल लेके आ रहा है. फिनेंशियल न्यूज़ हो सकता है कोई लेडी अपने हस्बैंड को लेटर लिख के भेज रही है कि आई हैव नो मोर मनी लेफ्ट विथ मी, आई हैव स्पेंट ऑल, नाउ सेंड मी सम मनी. या हो सकता है कि हस्बैंड लिख के भेज रहा है अपनी वाइफ को कि दैट आई हैव सेंट ऑल माई मनी, नाउ आई डोंट हैव एनी मोर, नाउ इन द नेक्स्ट मंथ आई विल अर्न एंड देन आई विल सेंड. तो दोनों तरफ से हो सकता है फाइनेंशियल. लेटर्स विथ हॉलीडे स्नैप्स टू एनलार्ज इन, और इस टाइप का भी लेटर आ रहा है उस नाइट मेल में. हॉलीडे स्नैप्स, you have gone to Puri for a holiday and you have taken a lot of snaps there to enjoy that time, that moment with your family and friends. Now you are sending that letter to your masi, to your bua, okay, who stay outside Kolkata in some other city. Now you are sending those photographs wrapped in an envelope. So that kind of letter is also carried by night mail. Letters with faces scrawled in the margin, and there are also some letters in the margin of which there are faces, emojis like faces, ठीक है ना. पुराने ज़माने में क्या होता था कि बहुत ज़्यादा लिखेंगे तो लेटर बहुत बड़ा हो जाएगा, और जब बहुत बड़ा हो जाएगा तो फिर उसका पोस्टल चार्जेस ज़्यादा लगेगा, ठीक. तो इमोजीज बना के लेटर्स लिख के भेज दिया जाता था कि भाई हम सैड हैं, कि हम हैप्पी हैं, 2-4 इमोजीज बना दिए, ज़्यादा लिखना नहीं पड़ा, और फिर वो लेटर में लिख के भेज दिए. इंटरटेनिंग लेटर है ये एक तरह का. तो लेटर्स विथ फेसेस स्क्रॉल्ड इन द मार्जिन. स्क्रॉल्ड मतलब चेहरा बनाया हुआ, खींचतान के चेहरा बनाया हुआ है, रोने वाला, ठीक है ना, हंसने वाला, ऐसे इमोजी बना दिए मार्जिन में और बना के भेज दिए. लेटर्स फ्रॉम अंकल्स, कजन्स एंड आंट्स, और ऐसे लेटर्स भी हैं जो किसी अंकल ने अपने नेफ्यू को भेजा, नीस को भेजा, एक कज़न ने दूसरे कज़न को भेजा, या फिर आंटी ने भेजा. ऐसे भी लेटर्स आ रहे हैं, मतलब पर्सनल लेटर्स, ठीक. इनफॉर्मल लेटर्स जिसको बोलते हैं. लेटर्स टू स्कॉटलैंड फ्रॉम द साउथ ऑफ फ्रांस, मीन्स फ्रॉम द साउथ पार्ट ऑफ द फ्रेंच कंट्री. दैट लेटर इज ऑल्सो ब्रॉट टू स्कॉटलैंड बाय द नाइट मेल. मीन्स इंटरनेशनल लेटर्स आर ऑल्सो ब्रॉट टू स्कॉटलैंड. This has been said in order to suggest that night mail connects the people from one place to another, from one country to another, from one city to another city. So it is a kind of harmonious instrument. A train is a harmonious instrument that maintains the relationship between one country and the other. Letters of condolence to Highlands and Lowlands. Highlands means the hilly areas of Scotland, that is called Highland. So Highland is actually the rural areas where the population is very thin, not too much, because the life at hilly areas is very difficult, and so the population is very thin. So the night mail brings letters for the people on highlands. It also brings letter for the people over lowlands. Lowlands are those areas in Scotland which are thickly populated, which are highly populated, and that lowlands are actually the cities of Scotland. Notes from overseas to Hebrides, and it also brings different kinds of notes, different kinds of expressions sent by a sender overseas. Overseas means from the areas which are beyond the seas. जो समुंदर के उस पार है उन एरियाज से भी लेटर लेके आ रहा है to Hebrides. Hebrides is what? Hebrides is a group of islands in the west coast of Scotland, written on papers of every hue, and these letters are written on different kinds of colorful papers. Every hue means every shades of color. Okay, the letters written on different shades of colors, colorful papers. The pink, the violet, the white, and the blue. The chatty, the catty, the boring, adoring. The chatty letters are there. The chatty means there are too much chit chat. Okay, a lot of ideas spoken by the writers to the reader. The catty means what? Interesting, boring. Some boring letters are also there, in which some instructions are given, some ideas related to discipline is given. So, how much discipline and advice can be taught to a person through letters? That is actually very boring. If you uh, go through a number of advices, that will sound very boring. Adoring letters. Adoring means such letters which you can really appreciate. Okay, in which you are appreciating someone's beauty. Okay, appreciating someone's beauty and looks is really very much interesting. If you write about me, you are very handsome. hmm, you are very good. You are very kind. So I will like it. Hmm. If I write something like that about you, you will also take it warmly. So that is a kind of adoring letter. So chatty, the catty, the boring, adoring, the cold and official, and the heart's outpouring. And there are some letters which are very cold. Cold is the opposite to the word warm. Cold here suggests emotionless, feelingless. Cold letters. No emotion at all, no feelings at all. Cold. Okay? If I make a cold face, suppose I am giving you an example of cold face. You came to my place, to my home, and I opened the door and I said, क्या है? क्या बात है? क्यों आए हो? So this is a cold welcome. And if I open the door and say, अरे आप आइए 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 आपको पकड़ा ले आया चाय पानी पिलाया, this is warm welcome. So the cold and official, actually the official letters are very cold letters. A letter that comes to your parent from the headmaster or from the principal of your school, that will be a very cold letter. Dear sir, your son has done something very mischievous in the last class, and so we are suspending him for the next 2 weeks. So, does this letter have any kind of emotion? No. This is very official and very cold. And the heart's outpouring. There are some letters carried by the night mail in which someone pours out his heart. Someone speaks out everything, all kinds of emotions and feelings and love, affection, everything. So that is the pouring of heart. पूरा दिल उलट के रख दिया, दिल डाल दिया. Clever letters, stupid letters, short letters, long letters. So there are these many kinds of letters carried by night mail. Clever letters means smart letters in which someone has written down very skillfully. He wants to say you something, but through very gentle words. He wants to guide you. He wants to warn you, but through very gentle words. That is called clever letter. Stupid letter means you don't want to hurt anybody, but still you have written in a way that hurts somebody. So that is a stupid letter. बकवास, बेवकूफ़ी वाला letter. Short letter. Short में क्या समझाना? Short तो छोटा letter. Long letters, बड़ा letter. The typed and the printed and spelled all wrong. There are varieties of letters which are typed and also some are printed, and some of them are all spelled wrong. और कुछ तो ऐसे लेटर्स भी हैं जो पूरी तरह से गलत गलत स्पेलिंग लिखा हुआ है. सो इतना कुछ हम लोगों ने पढ़ा. द काइंड्स ऑफ लेटर दैट द नाइट मेल इज कैरिंग, अपने साथ लेकर आ रही है. नाउ द लास्ट स्टैंजा. थाउजेंड्स आर स्टिल asleep. In the last stanza, the poet emphasizes the importance of communication over the fear of isolation. If you are neglected, if you are not sent a letter, by some of your relatives, it means you are in isolation. Nobody cares for you, nobody loves you, nobody sends you a letter, so you are isolated. And if people send you letter and you are expecting it in the morning every day, not every day, then weekly or bi-weekly, it means there are people in other corners of the world, in other corners of the country who think about you. So that means they want to communicate with you. Thousands are still asleep. हजारों लोग अभी भी सो रहे हैं in Scotland. It is a nightmare traveling throughout the night. And the train is completing its journey at night, and at that night everyone is supposed to be sleeping. सभी लोग सो रहे हैं. Dreaming of terrifying monsters. So while sleeping, what are the things that generally happen? The foremost of them is the terrifying dreams, the nightmares, the dreams that scare us. हम लोग डर जाते हैं ऐसे सपने, उसको बोलते हैं हम लोग नाइटमेयर. टेरिफाइंग मॉन्स्टर का सपना. एक मॉन्स्टर आ रहा है, दौड़ा रहा है तुमको, तुम्हारा टांग पकड़ लिया है और वो काटने जा रहा है दांत से. तुम भाग रहे हो लेकिन भाग नहीं पा रहे हो. तुमको कॉलर से पीछे पकड़ लिया, हाथ पकड़ लिया, छोड़ नहीं रहा. और अ फ्रेंडली टी बिसाइड द बैंड एट क्रैनस्टन्स और क्राउफर्ड्स. कुछ लोग रात को सोते वक्त ये भी सपना देखते हैं कि वी आर इन गेट टुगेदर, वी आर हैप्पीली meeting with our friends, we are at get together party, and we are enjoying tea or coffee at a tea shop or at a cafeteria. So these places, Cranstons means the tea shop of Cranston. Crawfords means the tea shop or the cafeteria of Crawford. ठीक है ना. कोई नामी आदमी के नाम के ऊपर उसका चाय का दुकान या उसके कैफेटेरिया बना हुआ है. तो कुछ सपने देखते हैं डरावने, और कुछ लोग सपने देखते हैं कि हम लोग गेट टुगेदर कर रहे हैं, बैठ के खूब एंजॉय कर रहे हैं, वी आर स्पेंडिंग हैप्पी आवर्स विद आवर फ्रेंड्स फैमिलीज. ये सब सपने में हो रहा है. एस्लीप इन वर्किंग ग्लासगो. कुछ लोग तो सो रहे हैं अभी भी ग्लासगो में. ग्लासगो वी हैव ऑलरेडी मेड डिस्कशन इन द लास्ट क्लास that Glasgow is an industrial area, industrial city, Glasgow. So the working people, they are asleep in the Glasgow, in that area, asleep in Wells at Edinburgh. Edinburgh is also there in Scotland. So asleep in Wells set means well planned, well developed, very richly developed. So such a city is Edinburgh, well decorated, civilized. So the people in Edinburgh are also asleep. People in Glasgow are also asleep. Asleep in Granite, Aberdeen. All these cities belong to Scotland. All these cities mentioned here are in Scotland. Aberdeen city has a specialty that most of the houses in Aberdeen are made of granite stones outwardly. जैसे हम लोग ऊपर से पेंट पॉलिश करते हैं ना अपने घरों का, मकान का, तो बाहर से इसमें क्या है, सब ग्रेनाइट लगा हुआ है. जैसे आप अपने रसोई में जहाँ स्लैब है, वो स्लैब किस बात का होता है, ग्रेनाइट का होता है. सो मोस्ट ऑफ द हाउसेज इन एबरडीन outwardly are decorated with granite stone. That is a very hard stone and very strong, not easily breakable. They continue their dreams. Everyone in these cities is sleeping, and they are all enjoying a sort of dreams, good or bad dreams, and shall wake soon and long for later. And now they will wake up very soon. बहुत जल्दी वो लोग जागने वाले हैं, because the night is going to pass, and very soon there will come dawn. Early morning, they will get up, and as soon as they get up, they will long for some near and dear ones who have sent them letters. And none will hear the postman's knock without a quickening of heart. This is a kind of negative sentence. If I change it into affirmative, so the sentence makes a sense that if the postman knocks at the door, everyone's heart is quickened. ज़्यादा धड़कनें बढ़ जाती हैं. Everyone's heartbeat is increased. And none will hear the postman's knock. None will hear means nobody is there who will not receive the postman without too much heartbeating. For who can bear to feel himself forgotten? Because who is there in the world who likes to be forgotten and who wants to feel forgotten? We are human beings. We are no islands. No man is an island. एक कहावत है ना? So we are not island. We need somebody, a friend, a relative, with whom we can share our thoughts, our feelings. We need some friend. That is why people marry, actually, because you will reach a certain age where nobody is there with you. No son, no daughter, only your wife, your husband will be there to support you, to talk to you, to listen to you. So, in all stages of life, we need somebody with whom we can share our thoughts, our feelings. That is why no one wants to be neglected, and everyone expects letter. And such a marvelous job is done by Night Mail. It is carrying different kinds of letter to different kinds of people from other parts of the world to Scotland. This is the end of the poem. Thank you.